From Grimmel secretly being Hiccup's dark mirror to the real reason the fastest dragon isn't toothless, today we're breaking down 10 details most How to Train Your Dragon fans completely missed. But first, if Toothless is your favorite dragon, drop a dragon in the comments. And if you grew up with these movies, hit that subscribe button right now. Number 1. Grimmel is literally what Hiccup could have become, and the movies spelled it out. Think about the very beginning of the first movie. Hiccup is a coward, overlooked, dismissed, desperate to prove himself. And what does he decide to do? He doesn't go after an easy dragon. He builds a weapon specifically to shoot down a Night Fury. He succeeds. Toothless falls. Now here's where it splits. Hiccup goes down to finish the kill and can't do it. That one moment of hesitation changes everything. Grimmel never hesitated. Grimmel was the same boy, same position, same hunger to prove himself, who went down and finished it, then did it again and again until the species was nearly gone. And here's the detail that seals it. Hiccup eventually learned to fly without a dragon, building his own mechanical wings. Grimmel did the same thing. He built drone-like flying machines instead of ever riding a dragon. Two boys, same starting point, same intellect, same obsession with dragons. One chose connection, one chose conquest. Grimmel isn't just a villain, he's the answer to the question nobody thought to ask. What if Hiccup had made a different choice on that cliff? Number 2, Hiccup is physically stronger than anyone gives him credit for. The numbers don't lie. Everyone treats Hiccup like the scrappy underdog, thin, awkward, always out of place in Berk's warrior culture, but the show and movies keep quietly dropping details that completely contradict that image. In the TV series, Snotlout punches Hiccup full force in the face. Hiccup hits the ground, then gets right back up like nothing happened. Then he punches Snotlout back once. Snotlout goes down and doesn't get up. One punch. Then in the second movie, Toothless gets excited about his new tail fin and jumps on Hiccup. Full body, full weight. Hiccup catches him on one leg and pushes him back. Night Furies weigh 1,700 pounds. None of this is accidental. Hiccup grew up working in a blacksmith forge every day. He is literally the son of Stoic the Vast, the strongest Viking in Berk. The body was always there. Everyone just kept looking at the size and missing what was underneath. Number 3, the books had a completely different Hiccup. And honestly, the movies won. Most fans don't know the HTTYD movies are based on a book series, and the original version of this story is almost unrecognizable. In the novels, Hiccup can literally speak to dragons. There's an actual dragon language called Dragonese, and he's the only human who understands it. But here's the twist. The dragons in the books are tiny, not rideable, not majestic, just small, stubborn creatures that most Vikings barely respect. And Toothless? In the books, he's not a powerful Night Fury. He's a tiny, disobedient dragon who refuses to listen to anyone, including Hiccup. His original design is actually what the movies used for the terrible terrors. There's no war between Vikings and dragons either. They've been taming them for generations. Hiccup is special not because he's the first, but because he's the only one who actually communicates instead of just yelling. And Astrid doesn't exist at all. She's inspired by a character named Kamikaze, Hiccup's fearless childhood companion with no romantic storyline. Most of the time, fans fight about books versus adaptations. This is one of the rare cases where almost everyone agrees. The movies took something light and turned it into something that actually matters. Number 4, the live-action movie changed 4 key scenes, and one of them hits completely different. The live-action HTTYD isn't just a visual remake. There are specific scene changes that quietly shift how the characters feel. In the animated film, after Astrid discovers Hiccup and Toothless's secret, Toothless grabs her and tosses her into a tree. Mischievous, almost playful. In the live-action version, he throws her toward the edge of a cliff. Same action, completely different energy. Suddenly, Toothless feels genuinely dangerous. When Hiccup teaches Snotlout to touch Hookfang in the animated version, Hiccup physically takes his hand and places it on the dragon's nose. In the live action, Snotlout reaches out himself. Hiccup just supports him. One small change, and Snotlout goes from being guided to being brave. And then there's the leg scene. In the animated version, Hiccup lifts the blanket, registers what happened, pulls himself together, and gets up. Resilient. Almost too fast. In the live action, the camera pushes in slowly, close up. Tears forming in his eyes. The moment actually sits there and breathes. Same story, same character, but the live action trusted the audience to stay in that pain a little longer. Number 5, the fastest dragon isn't Toothless, and it's not even close. Every HTTYD fan assumes Toothless is the fastest thing in the sky. The movies lean into it, the fandom repeats it, but the official speed rankings tell a different story. Third place, the Snow Wraith, base speed of 10 officially, but in icy polar environments, that number jumps jumps to 17. The catch, in normal or warm conditions, it drops dramatically. It's the most terrain-dependent speed dragon in the franchise. Second place, the Night Fury and Light Fury, tied, both officially capable of reaching supersonic speed, topping out around 1,614 kilometers per hour, most balanced speed kings in the dragon world. In terms of pure sustained performance, genuinely the strongest. But first place? The Skrill. Same base speed as the Night Fury, ranked 11. But the Skrill has one ability that breaks everything. It can latch onto lightning inside a thunderstorm and use it for instant burst acceleration. For short periods, it can leave a Night Fury behind. Not close, not barely, behind. Toothless is fast, but in the right conditions, the Skrill makes him look slow. And almost nobody in this fandom knows that. Number 6, Hiccup and Toothless didn't get lucky against the Red Death. They already knew. The Dragon Manual had zero information on the Red Death. No weaknesses, no behavior patterns, nothing. So how did two kids figure out exactly how to kill the largest dragon in the franchise? On their first try, it wasn't luck. It was a memory. Earlier in the story, Hiccup and Toothless were on an island when a small dragon tried to steal Toothless's fish. Toothless fired a plasma blast directly into its mouth. The small dragon's stomach swelled with gas instantly. Hiccup watched that happen, and he kept thinking about it. That moment gave him one critical piece of information. A dragon's insides are not fireproof. The outside might be armored, scaled, nearly impenetrable, but fire inside? Completely different. When they faced the Red Death, they weren't guessing. They were testing a theory they'd already quietly built together. The odds were maybe 50-50, but it wasn't random. Hiccup and Toothless had been building a private library of dragon knowledge the entire time. The final battle wasn't a miracle. It was the result of everything they'd learned, used in one precise, terrifying gamble. Number 7, the Speed Stingers are the one dragon nobody should ever try to train. Here's why. Every dragon in this franchise has some angle, some way in, that makes them reachable, some moment of connection that's possible. The Speed Stinger has none. One drop of their venom and you're paralyzed. Completely conscious, fully aware of everything around you, but every single muscle in your body frozen solid. You hit the ground and can't move, can't call for help, can't do anything. And they're nocturnal, so you won't see them coming. They move fast enough to tag people midair. They operate in swarms with a coordinated alpha. They don't attack out of fear or hunger. They're fully conscious of their actions and know exactly what they're doing. The franchise didn't write a taming arc for these dragons. It didn't give them a redemption moment. The only solution anyone ever found was relocating them to an isolated iceberg, away from everything. That's not a training problem, that's a containment problem. In a franchise built on the idea that every dragon can be understood, the Speed Stingers are the exception that makes that idea feel genuinely fragile. Number 8, Ruffnut chose fish legs, and the clue was hidden in a short film nobody watched. In the second movie, both fish legs and Snotlout are completely obsessed with Ruffnut. Snotlout goes all out, tries everything, performs constantly. Fishlegs plays it quiet and genuine. Ruffnut ignores both of them. She's too busy fixated on Yarit. So for years, fans assumed Snotlout had the better shot. He at least got her attention, even if it was the wrong kind. Then came Homecoming, a short film set 10 years after the dragons leave for the hidden world. Most people skipped it entirely. Snotlout is completely single. Fishlegs and Ruffnut are together. No dramatic moment, no confession scene, just they figured it out quietly over a decade while nobody was watching. The guy who tried the least won. And the answer was sitting in a short film the fandom mostly ignored. Number 9, Astrid was never in the books, and the character they replaced was nothing like her. Astrid doesn't exist in the original HTTYD novel series. She was created entirely for the movies. The character she replaced is named Kamikaze, Hiccup's childhood companion. Same age, grew up alongside him, fearless and mischievous. But no romantic storyline, no deeper emotional connection, just an adventure partner. The filmmakers took that foundation and rebuilt it completely. Astrid starts as the most traditional Viking in the story, fully believing that humans and dragons cannot coexist. She represents everything Berk has always believed. And then she sees Hiccup and Toothless together, and it cracks something open in her. From that point, she becomes the person who understands Hiccup when nobody else does. When his father pushes him toward becoming chief, Astrid is the one reminding him to follow his own instincts. When he falls into doubt before the final battle, she's the one who tells him Toothless needs him. That belief is part of what makes the ending possible. She's not a love interest. She's the person who helped Hiccup become the version of himself that could actually change the world, and she was invented from scratch. for a movie by people who understood what the story was actually about. Number 10. The Screaming Death might be completely unkillable. And here's the actual reason. Fans have spent years assuming you could beat the Screaming Death the same way Toothless beat the Red Death. Plasma blast into the mouth, ignite the gas, done. That strategy doesn't work here, and the reason is biological. The Red Death died because Toothless fired into its open mouth, igniting the toxic gas stored inside its body. It exploded from within. Specific gas, specific entry point, specific vulnerability. The Screaming Death doesn't store that kind of gas. Its mouth is lined with dense layers of teeth, not just inside, but on the outside as well. There's no clean entry point, no internal gas reservoir. The same move doesn't apply. Its skin ranks among the hardest of any dragon species, tougher than Night Fury hide. Dragonfire barely registers. Plasma blasts don't penetrate. The only realistic strategy? Don't try to overpower it. Drag it into a prolonged fight. Make it chase you. Make it burn energy. Make it angrier and angrier until exhaustion sets in, then strike. The Screaming Death isn't an enemy. It's an ecological disaster with legs. And the franchise quietly built a dragon that even Hiccup's entire system of knowledge has no real answer for. That's all 10. Which one completely reframed the franchise for you? The theory, the detail, or the one hiding in a short film nobody watched? Drop it in the comments. If you want us to go even deeper into HTTYD, hit that like button and subscribe. We're just getting started.